Morning everyone, this is Sanvi Hipparki. Let's continue with the previous session where we discussed creating memory dynamically. Class demo, code and price are data members. Demo is a constructor function which reads the values for code and price. This is the destructor function which displays object destroyed. Display function will display the values of code and price. Now we are going to allocate memory for an object dynamically using new operator. PTR is a pointer variable which can hold address of object of type demo. We are going to create a new object using new operator. So when we use the operator, it allocates memory for a single object of a type demo and its address will be assigned to PTR. And when an object is created, constructor function will be called. Code and price will be stored in that object where PTR is pointing. Then we are calling display function using PTR. The values inside this object, code and price, will be displayed in this function. Then the object created will be deleted using delete operator. And when we call this operator, destructor function will be called and it will display object destroyed. So there is another example where pointer can point to array of objects. PTR is a pointer which can hold address of objects of type demo. Now we are creating array of objects using new operator. We are creating array of two objects. The first object will be demo 0, second object will be demo 1. And PTR is a pointer which will be pointing to this array of objects. Now when we are creating the objects, constructor function will be called. First it will be called for demo 0, then it will be called for demo 1. Values of A and B will be read in the objects. Then we are calling display function for each object in which we are displaying the values of A and B. First, display function for 0th object will be called. So PTR plus 0, this will call the display function for the first object. Then I will be incremented by 1. Then the display function will be called for PTR plus 1, the second object. And in this loop we are destroying each object, demo 0 and demo 1. The next bit is this pointer. This is a special pointer in C++. This is a predefined pointer used in a class. Now this pointer can hold address of only class objects. This pointer cannot contain address of other variables like int or float. It can hold address of only class objects. Whenever object calls its member function, the address of calling object is stored in this pointer and this pointer will be passed to the member function implicitly. As this is a pointer to a class, it can use arrow operator to access the data members inside member function. This pointer can be used only in a member function of a class. To understand this, let's have an example. Class test, where it has two data members M1 and M2. They are private. In public section we have set data and show data member functions. Set data assigns the two parameters to the member functions. M1 must be assigned to the data member M1. Parameter M2 will be assigned to the data member M2. But we are using same names for data members as well as the parameters passed. We cannot write M1 is equal to M1. We must be able to distinguish between this M1 and this M1. This is a data member, this is a parameter. Then to differentiate between the two M1s, we are using this operator. This operator will store the address of the object which has called this function. So M1 is a data member which belongs to this object. This M1 will be the parameter passed. M2 is a data member which belongs to this object, which has invoked the function. M2 is a parameter passed. Now we can assign the values to data members of the invoking object whose address is stored in this pointer. We can display the address stored in the pointer. In show data, we are displaying M1 and M2. We can display the values of M1 and M2 directly just using M1 and M2, or we can also make use of this arrow M1. We are displaying the value of M1 stored in the object which is invoking this function. Till now we have not used this, as we can display the values of M1 and M2 directly. Now in main function, T1 is an object of class test. P1 is a pointer variable which can hold address of object of type test. We get the address of T1, we store it in P1. We can display the address here. T1 is calling set data function. To this function we are passing two parameters 10 and 20. So 10 will be copied into M1 of the function, 20 will be copied into M2 of this function. The invoking object of this function is T1 because T1 is calling the function. The address of T1 will be passed to this function implicitly, which will be displayed here. And this in the function, this will contain address of T1. So in T1's M1 we are storing 10. In T1's M2 we are storing 20. Then address of T1 will be displayed here, which is passed implicitly using this operator. Another object T2 is created. P2 is a pointer variable. We store address of T2 in P2. We are displaying P2. So this address will be passed implicitly to the calling function, to this member function. So T2 is invoking this member function. T2's address will be passed implicitly inside this function. We can assign different values here. So this value will be assigned to M1 of T2. This value will be assigned to M2 of T2. So the address of T2 can be displayed using this operator, as it is passed implicitly to all member functions. Then we are calling show data. So T2 is calling show data. T2's address will be passed implicitly. So M1 and M2 of T2 will be displayed.